Happy Monday, you guys. 7:30 on the dot. So I kind of decided like weekends I wasn't gonna go live. So I'm thinking like Monday through Friday is like when we go live. And then on TikTok I go live while I'm working out, but not on YouTube. Cause YouTube, you guys, I make the vlog, so I'm like, they don't really need to see me work out because they're gonna see it anyways, right? Hey TikTok, hello. Hi YouTube, welcome. We are gonna be talking about getting back on track. The weekend just ended, and I know some of you guys probably got turned up, right? Probably, I wouldn't necessarily say like you completely fell off the wagon, but you might have been a little bit more lenient on your weight loss and fitness journey. Hi, hello. So Monday, we're getting back on track. It's the start of a brand new week. And I hope, first of all, I hope you guys had a good weekend. That's number one. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys had fun, all that good stuff. Honestly, for me, like the weekend isn't any different than the weekdays. But I know it's a big deal to some, so I just like to always say like happy Friday, happy Monday. But my days be the same, y'all. I literally do the same thing every day. My mom to this day will still be like, oh, you gonna do anything fun for the weekend? Do I ever do anything outside of my normal on the weekend? No. It's like, why do you think this weekend would be any different? But if you guys had anything fun going on, I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys were safe. And I hope you guys didn't eat too horribly. I'm sure maybe some of you guys might have not eaten as healthy. Hi, the sponsor. But I hope it wasn't like really shitty, if that makes sense. I hope you guys contained yourselves a little bit, right? Maybe you guys didn't eat your meal prep meals. Maybe you guys didn't work out over the weekend, but hopefully you guys avoided soda. Hopefully you guys, didn't drink too much liquor, right? So tonight we're talking about getting back on track. Hi, Felix. So for those of you guys who are new to my profile, new to my page, my name is Jasmine, and I lost 115 pounds naturally with no weight loss surgery, no appetite suppressant pills. What did I do? I changed my mindset, I changed what I ate, and I started exercising, specifically weightlifting. TikTok, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload every single day, gym vlogs, things like that, so y'all can see what kind of workouts I get done. And for those of y'all who do not know, I'm vegan, and I've been vegan for the past year and a half now. Vegan means no animal products, so no dairy, no meat, and no seafood. I know sometimes people think I still eat seafood. I don't eat seafood. I do not eat seafood, but I can make a very good fish imitation with harder palms. So maybe I'll make that for you guys on live one day. Put them in the air fryer. That would be really good. Okay, so getting on track. Yes, hit that like button for me, YouTube. Please. I see there's 5 viewers. Can I please get 5 thumbs up? Let me know that y'all are in the house and y'all love the content. Let's get the algorithming, you guys. The more you guys interact and engage with my lives or anything that y'all see, the more likely YouTube and TikTok is going to show it to more and more people. All right, so tonight we're talking about getting back on track. How many of you guys meal prep? Y'all knew I was gonna do it, right? Y'all know I was gonna get into it. We gotta talk about the meal prep, y'all. How many of y'all actively meal prep? Whether it's healthy food or could use some tweaking, how many of you guys actually meal prep? Meal prep means you guys get containers, you cook your food at home, because we're all about eating at home as much as possible. Putting the food in the container so that way when it's time for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, all you have to do is take it out the fridge and pop it in the microwave. It's gonna help you keep your calories on track, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. It's going to help you eat at home, which means you get more control over what you're consuming. So meal prep altogether is just a very good idea. On top of that, when you're starving, you don't wanna be you don't want to be tempted to grab fast food, right? I mean, let's talk about it. Fast food is literally every block, right? So it can be very, very, very difficult to not stop at your favorite fast food restaurant. Mine used to be Chick-fil-A and get you something very deep fried, right? Hi, ENT. Hi, Alicia. I am a travel healthcare worker, so it's hard for me to meal prep living out of Airbnbs. Yes, I could imagine. I definitely could imagine. But the great thing to Airbnbs is they do typically have a full kitchen. So you get a refrigerator and a microwave. Hotels, like some of them are hit or miss. Like I went to Miami once and the hotel did not have a refrigerator or a microwave. I was like, what is this? Like, what the fuck? They wanted you to eat at the hotel restaurant. Like that's what they were forcing you to do because there was no refrigerator, no microwave. So you had no choice. Can we talk about a sponsorship when you get off? Okay, yes, send me a email. Okay, so meal prepping. How many of you guys meal prep? Now, I know a lot of you guys may say, you know, I don't really have the time to do it. A lot of us have other obligations, which I completely understand. Crazy work schedules, kids, all of that good stuff. But meal prepping does not have to take hours and hours and hours, you guys. There are plenty of meals that you can make in under 20 minutes that are healthy, that don't require a whole bunch of cutting up of vegetables. Because one thing that you guys can do to save on time is purchase the bell peppers and the onions that are already cut up. Yes, it is a little bit more pricier, but it's more convenient. So you're cutting the time in half. I personally like to cut my own stuff just because I feel like when you get the stuff that's already cut up, it doesn't last as long. I feel like, you know, I just like my produce on the fresher side, but that's always an option, you guys. So we're thinking of ways to not only get back on track, but to make it easier to get on track. Because a lot of us do fall off on the weekends. It's like inevitable. Like not everyone, but a lot of people do fall off, right? And I want you guys to choose a day during the week that is the most convenient for you guys to meal prep. It doesn't have to be on Sunday or Monday. Like if your least busiest day is Wednesday afternoon, then by all means, meal prep from Wednesday to Tuesday. Like there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So don't think like, oh, it has to be Sunday. No, it doesn't. It has to be when you're most likely to do it and when you're most likely to be consistent, okay? And even I'm not always consistent when it comes to meal prepping. There are plenty of days where I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. But I know that if I meal prepped, I would save myself a lot of hassle and I would be able to stay on track easier if I already had my meals cooked. One other thing that I will say for those of us who do eat unprocessed foods majority of the time, that includes myself, it can be even more hard to not meal prep because I don't eat a lot of processed foods. So, you know, going and getting something fast food, even if it is on the healthy side, like that's not something that I'm going to do because I like all of my food fresh. Now, of course, there are some times where I don't eat everything fresh, but I would say about 93% of the time I eat unprocessed foods. So that means produce, so fruits, vegetables. I'm not really eating anything out of a box. Like if I'm making mashed potatoes, I'm using real sweet potatoes. Like I'm not using, boxed mashed potatoes. I'm not eating like Hamburger Helper or any of that stuff. Any of that stuff that's like in boxes and bags that you have to like go into the aisles to get. I don't really eat any of that, okay? So sometimes it's easier to, eat stuff like that because it's quicker. Your kids might enjoy it better, like Kraft macaroni and cheese, things like that. But I encourage you guys to try to eat as much fresh food as possible. So if you're going to make mashed potatoes, use real potatoes. Use real potatoes. That's like the only thing I can think of that's like, something that you can cook fresh, but people opt to cook the box. And plus, real potatoes taste better. I hated when my mom used to buy the box mashed potatoes when I was a kid. Like I could always taste the difference and I was very unsatisfied. I never liked the box mashed potatoes. And honestly, I thought I didn't like mashed potatoes because I thought the box mashed potatoes were so nasty. I didn't realize that she was using the box. I just thought that's how mashed potatoes taste. It wasn't until I became an adult where I was like, oh, I do like real mashed potatoes. But that's because I was eating real mashed potatoes. Okay, so keep that in mind, you guys. Let's try to stay away from processed foods as much as possible. We've talked about why processed foods aren't the best, mostly because they're high in fat, typically high in calories, high in salt, high in sugar, and just very low in fiber. So it's a lot of things going on. And then on top of that, a lot of the stuff has like a long list of like crazy ass ingredients. And it's like, what the fuck does any of this mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does this mean? Like, so we try our best to stay away from processed foods as much as possible. Now, some things you may not be able to do, like I still buy my vegan butter when I'm, making a sweet potato or something. I do put a little bit of butter on my sweet potato. So, the butter is processed. The yogurt is processed. So it can be challenging, right? But if you can make most of your meals unprocessed. So most of the time, my lunch and dinners are unprocessed. I do enjoy my yogurt in the morning. So that's where my processed food comes from. But that doesn't mean it has to be like horribly bad for you. You can still make healthier decisions with the processed stuff. So for instance, the yogurt that I get is high protein Greek yogurt. There's no added sugar in it. Very, very, very few ingredients. So always turn the container around just to see what's in it. If it's a paragraph of stuff, you guys, you don't want it. Okay? You don't want it. And that's what I love about Whole Foods. I shop at Whole Foods all the time. Their produce has been on the not so good side recently, but I love the fact that they take the guesswork out of, heavily processed foods because they don't carry stuff like that. So if I'm interested in trying something new that I see while I'm shopping, I know for a fact that there's not going to be any high fructose corn syrup. There's not going to be any dyes in it. It's not going to be any of that crazy stuff that they're putting in food. So just an idea, suggestion, but Whole Foods can be notorious for being whole paychecks. So, you kind of have to give and take. Hi, you guys. Welcome, welcome. We are talking about staying on track from the weekend. It's Monday. It's a brand new week. And I want you guys to be successful this week. One other thing that can help us stay on track, get back on track if we fell off over the weekend, is writing out what we plan on doing for the week. Writing out our goals or typing out our goals, like if we're going to use our phone, right? Like how many days out the week do you plan on going to the gym? Sunday starts the week. Yes, Sunday does start the week, but a lot of people don't go back to work till Monday. So Monday might be like your real start day of the week. But yes, Sunday is the start of the week. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. It is very true. Did you guys write out your goals for the week? Like, how many times out the week are you gonna go to the gym? Are you gonna go at all? Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's plan out what we plan on doing for the week. Period. She said, I did. That's what I'm talking about. Getting on track and staying there. That's why I said I don't really let the weekend change what I do because it's hard to get back on track. Like if you take a couple of days where you just slack off and you eat like shit and you don't work out, it's hard to get back on track. It's easier to just not get off track. You're hungry, so you're gonna eat. I know that's right. It's hard to get back on track. So I just try my best not to get off. I try my best not to get off. Like I try my best to eat healthy most of the time because I've always had addictive personality. Okay, I've never been diagnosed with it, but I definitely have addictive personality. So if I was to eat something that I know I shouldn't eat and it actually tastes really, really good, I'm gonna want it again and again and again and again and again. Like, I'm gonna keep wanting it. So I just try my best not even to go there. Like, I love Ben and Jerry's non-dairy ice cream. Like, it's by far the best ice cream ever. It's better to me than the regular Ben and Jerry's ice cream. So if you've never had the non-dairy, try the non-dairy. They have so many fun flavors, okay? It's so good, you guys. But I know that if I was to get a pint, I'm gonna eat a little bit. I might eat the whole thing. It depends on the day. And then once it's gone, I'm gonna want more. Like, it's not gonna be, okay, I'm gonna just eat this pint and then I'm not gonna get any more ice cream for 6 months. Like, that doesn't exist in my world, okay? Like, I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna love it, and then I'm gonna want it again and again and again, okay? So I just don't even go there. I don't even do it to myself. I just stick to my routine. I still got up Saturday and Sunday and went to the gym at the same time that I would during the week, which was around 2:30 a.m. Even though it was like the weekend, it's like, well, I could potentially sleep in and go a little later. But I'm like, no, do you know how hard it is to train your body to get up at 1 a.m.? Like, I'm not about to go through that again. So I'm gonna stay on track. I'm staying on this gym. I'm eating a salad because it's good. And that's what I'm talking about. Always eat stuff that you like, that's healthy, and do activities and exercises that you like. It's gonna make it easier to stay consistent, okay? It's really hard to do stuff that you don't like to do. Now, we are adults, most of us, right? So there's always gonna be things in life that you don't like to do, but you kind of have to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, going to work, I used to hate that shit, but I had to go, right? Like, I had bills to pay. What? I didn't really have a choice. But if you can find activities that you enjoy, if you can find healthy meals that you actually like to eat, you are going to be more likely to stay consistent with it. Like, I personally don't enjoy salads. I think they're just kind of boring. So I'm not going to force myself to eat a salad every day, because then I'm probably not really gonna eat it. Like, I'll make it and prep it and have it sitting in the fridge, and then I'll just come up with excuses as to why I should eat something else, because I'm not looking forward to that meal. So I prepare meals that I really like so that I can be excited to eat them. You're very welcome. You are so welcome, Abby. So just some advice, some food for thought, activities that you like, food that you like, listing out your goals for the week. What muscle groups do you plan on hitting if you're going to be weightlifting? So my split is, I have a 4-day split. So it's shoulders, triceps, and chest, which is tomorrow. Back, bicep, abs, which will be on, what's tomorrow? Tuesday, so Wednesday. Quads. Well, I guess it's like a 3-day split. The only thing that's different is I'm working on switching my split. So technically I only hit quads once a week, and I hit glutes once a week. I have 2 leg days, even though glute isn't really legs, but I have 2 leg days. So I have a quad day and I have a glute day. So today was glutes. So in 3 days from now, it'll be quads. But I know my schedule. Like, I know what muscle groups I'm gonna hit. And most of the time I know what workouts I'm going to do to target those muscle groups. So it's not a whole bunch of like guessing. Like, I already know, like, okay, I didn't hit walking lunges last quad day. So I know that when we hit quads again, I'm going to be doing walking lunges. How many subs do you have? I'm not too sure. I would have to look. So just keeping a plan of what you're gonna do in the gym. How many days after the week are you gonna go? What time are you gonna go? Don't just leave it up to the universe to just point you in that direction. You need to have a plan. You know that you're gonna go to the gym when you get off work, right? Or you know you're gonna go to the gym before you go to work. Have a plan in action of when you're gonna go, how long are you gonna go. I know for a fact I'm only gonna be in the gym for 2 hours. Not only, because that's a long time, but I refuse to be in there longer than 2 hours. Like, whatever does not get done in those 2 hours just does not get done, right? That's just what it is for me. That's where I'm at with it. So that's why it's important for me to know what workouts I'm gonna do so that I'm not wasting time. not working out and trying to figure it out. You get what I'm saying? 8:30, okay. I bet 8:30 is probably a good time to go, because I would assume that it's not too busy in there at that time. I feel like the work crowd is like gone. Hi Jamar, welcome, good evening. So having a plan is another great way to get back on track, stay on track, and also, you guys, tracking your progress. And don't just like keep it as like a mental note, like actually write it down. So you know, like, okay, last week I walked 2 miles on the treadmill and it wasn't that hard. Or maybe it was, whatever. Record that so the next time you get on the treadmill to do the same exercise, you know if there's progression, because then you can be like, okay, well, it says on this day I did 2 miles, I felt good. So on this day I did 2 miles and it actually felt easier. So that way you're not going off of memory. You can know like, okay, there's progress, because you always want to be progressing, you guys. If you're not progressing, something's not right. Something's not right. So when you're working out, you should always be progressing. You should always be getting stronger, right? As long as you don't compromise form, you should be pushing yourself. And when we're talking about working out, you guys, it's not like where you should be able to carry on a conversation with your girlfriends on the phone or with your workout buddies. No, you need to really be pushing yourself. If you can still talk while you're pushing through reps, the weight's not heavy enough. You should not be able to talk. Thank you for joining, Abby. Have a good rest of your night. You should not be able to talk. If you can talk and you're not making crazy faces, it's not that heavy. That's how I determine if weight is heavy enough for me. Am I making crazy faces? Am I starting to grunt when I'm pulling or pushing the weight? That's how I know, like, okay, this is pretty tough, or no, this is definitely not tough. So if you guys watch my gym vlogs, that's how I determine, if I should go up in weight or if I should stay the same. Because if it's not heavy, like to the point where like, not where I'm sacrificing form. I'm gonna always say that so that y'all can understand we're not sacrificing form here. But if I was to do like, I don't know, let's say for instance, I'm doing dumbbell bench press and I can do 20 pounds, right? That's easy for me, that's light. Like I can carry on a full conversation with someone while I'm doing that. I know for a fact that I can go heavier. So I'm not going to grab 20-pound dumbbells and count that as a set. That's the warm up. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Pushing yourselves. As you get more and more used to pushing yourselves, you're gonna get more and more used to staying on track. Because getting off of track is easy. That's the easy part. Getting off track is easy. It's easy to just say, to hell with it. I'm just gonna do what I wanna do right now. That's the easiest part. Staying on track is what makes it hard. So in order to stay on track, you have to push yourself to stay on track. Push-ups, I need to be able to do 25. What arm exercises would help me with this? Thank you. Push-ups, that's a good one. So with push-ups, anything chest related. So I train chest twice a week. So as long as you're targeting your chest, you're going to be getting stronger. You could start with, you should start with incline push-ups for those of you guys who don't have floor push-ups yet. So when you're doing them, sometimes you may have to use like something the height of a countertop, or maybe you can do bench push-ups. Whatever that is, don't do the push-ups where you put your knees on the floor, like what they call girl push-ups. Don't do those. Do incline push-ups and gradually lower the incline, and then train chest twice a week. That's gonna get you there. Also, doing core exercises. There's a lot of core involved in doing push-ups, so holding planks for as long as you can. If planks get really easy, you could add a weight to your back, like a plate to your back. So getting a strong core is also gonna help you with push-ups. So yeah, but push-ups, it takes a while. I've had floor push-ups for several months now, but I can only knock out about 4 or 5 like real solid push-ups. Like chest, low to the ground, and back up. And that's when I'm fresh, okay? That's when I'm fresh, like fresh in the, well, warmed up, but like, that's the first exercise. Don't expect me to do no 5 towards the end of the workout, because that's probably not gonna happen. But if I'm fresh, I can knock out about 4 or 5 good solid ones. So that's what I'm saying. It just takes a while. Be patient with it. Eventually you'll get there. Keep working on it. So if you're doing chest twice a week and you want to get push-ups, I would do push-ups twice a week at least on your chest days if you want, or you don't have, you can save them for another day, but either way. I want to get to like 50 push-ups. Like that's my goal, to be able to hit 50 push-ups. Like just knock them out. Like how y'all men be doing it. Like just knocking them out like it's nothing. That's how I'm trying to be. That's how I'm trying to be. And you know what else I was considering doing, you guys? So one thing that I tell you guys is to get around like-minded people, or get around people that you aspire to be like, or you see them doing things that you want to do, so you should get around those type of people. Like that's the influence. You're welcome. That's the influence you should be around, right? So what I was considering doing, because there's a couple of guys in the gym that I go to. Now I had to change my time because right now I'm like super early in the gym. But there are a couple of men in the gym who are like hardcore with their workouts. Like they don't play. Like I don't play either, but they like really don't play. Like they don't fucking play. I was low-key considering like asking like, could I work out with them? Because I want to get stronger, right? And honestly, men, not all men, but men tend to be stronger than women because they have more testosterone and things like that. And so I'm considering seeing if I could work out with them a couple days out the week, just to really push myself, right? Because now it's like, okay, I'm trying to get like them, so I need to like push myself even more. So we'll see. I haven't asked yet because my time at the gym has been a lot earlier. I've been hitting the gym around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And the particular guys that I'm talking about, they're normally there around like 9 or so. So the next time I go to the gym around that time, I'm going to ask like, can I work out with y'all? Gotta crawl before you walk for sure. Yes, that is very, very, very true. That is very true. And then also if you're like not overweight, just getting lighter makes it easier to do push-ups too, because now you don't have as much weight to push. So keep that in mind for those of you guys who are looking to lose weight and you wanted to be able to do push-ups, pull-ups, things like that. As you get lighter, it'll get easier because you're not pushing up or pulling up as much weight when you're heavier. So yeah, girl, you gonna get your 25 push-ups. You gonna get there. You finna get there. You will get there. Training to become a cop at 54. I love it. So that's the test. Like you have to be able to do 25. Sheesh. They're not playing no games. Gosh, they're not playing. That's a lot. But you can get there. You can get there. You just gotta train. You can definitely get there. You can get there for sure. I know when people are trying to be firefighters, I know that the training is really hard for that too. Like the test, like the agility test and the fitness test, which I understand because it's like if a building's burning down, like clearly people want you to be able to save them, right? So I get it. I completely get it. But when I heard like some of the things that they have to do, I'm like, gosh, that sounds hard as fuck. But you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. So pushing yourselves, not getting off track in the first place, you guys, that's where the willpower comes in. That's where the discipline really comes in at. And I've talked to you guys a lot about discipline because a lot of y'all ask me, how do I stay motivated? It's not that I be motivated. I just be disciplined as fuck. But I developed that on my journey, my weight loss journey, because my discipline level was not nearly as high as it is today. Like today, like I'm no games. Like this is what I do at this time every single day, and I'm not playing unless I'm like deathly sick. Like this is what I have to do. I don't care how I feel. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I'm just mentally drained. No, it doesn't matter. This is what I have to do. But I wasn't always like that. I used to give up very easily, very quick. If I didn't receive results in a week or two, I'm done with it. Like, fuck that shit. It is what it is. On to the next thing. You can't be like that, especially when you're trying to get in shape and especially when you're trying to lose weight. Or if you're trying to gain weight, like if you're trying to gain muscle. That's what I learned. Like, these journeys that we're on, when you set these goals, whatever the goals are, they really push you to be a better person too. Because that's the only way you're going to reach the goal, is by being more disciplined. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're trying to get a degree, you have to be disciplined. Like, you have to say, like, okay, yes, Friday night, but I'm going to work on this paper, or I'm going to study, right? Otherwise, you're probably not going to get a good grade, or you're going to fail, or whatever. So you guys have to develop discipline. And people call me like an extremist with people who know me personally, like they call me like an extreme with it, because I really don't play. Like I really don't play. I take everything seriously that I do. That's why sometimes when I start stuff, I'm slow with it, because I'm like, I already know, like, if I really commit to it, like, I have to do it. So if I'm thinking about something, but I haven't really decided if it's what I want to do, I'll think about it for a while, because I know, like, once I do it, like, I got to give it 10,000%. Like, I have to. So I'm not quick to say yes to stuff or anything like that, because I already know how I get. And y'all got to get there too. And people are going to call you crazy, because most people don't have discipline. But that's okay, because you're going to be the 1%. Period. All right, so we talked about meal prepping. We talked about writing a plan. We talked about pushing ourselves and how hard it is to push ourselves, to not fall off the wagon. Because it's harder, for me at least, I don't know about y'all, but it's harder to get on the wagon once I've fallen off than to just stay on. And just because you stay on doesn't mean, like, getting off track. Let's explore that. Like, for me, when I say getting off track, that means, like, you ain't did nothing that you supposed to be doing. That's what I feel like getting off track means. Like, you ain't do nothing. So if we're talking about weight loss and fitness, you ain't go to the gym, you ain't eat right, like, you ain't do shit towards your goals. At least if you went to the gym, you could be like, all right, well, you went to the gym, so you ain't completely fall off. But if you ain't even hit the gym and you ate like shit, to me, I consider that you fell off. You fell off the wagon, and you need to get back on. That's what I consider falling off track. So everyone's version or definition of that might be slightly different, but that's what I consider falling off track. Even if you ate right, maybe you didn't work out, that's fine. You're giving your body a rest, but at least you ate right. Or at least you didn't drink. Or at least you didn't drink soda, right? But when you just completely ate like shit and you ain't work out, yeah, you fell off track. And honestly, you guys, I don't believe in rest days. Not necessarily rest days as far as not going to the gym. Like, yeah, that's fine. I'm talking about rest days, like break days, like cheat days. Like, that's what I'm talking about. You should always be working towards whatever it is you are trying to do. You should be obsessed with it. You should be freaking obsessed with it. Like, you should have a sincere obsession with whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Like, that should be your whole life. You should, like, immerse yourself in that. So if you want to fix your credit, you should start following pages where it's talking about fixing your credit. You should start watching videos on fixing your credit. You should start reading information on fixing your credit, right? You should start implementing what you learned about fixing your credit. That's what I mean by being obsessed with it. Like, you really finna do that shit. Not just, I might until it gets too hard, then I'm, not gonna do that no more. When I decided to lose weight, when I really got into weightlifting and stuff like that, like, I'm obsessed with it now. Y'all might can tell. Like, some of y'all who have been following me, y'all might can tell I'm obsessed. like my whole Instagram and Explore page is weightlifting influencers, vegan recipes. Sometimes they be throwing in meat and dairy recipes, and I be like, don't show me this. Don't show me this. Do not show again, please. Thank you. I guess I got to see, am I still vegan? I don't know. But most of it's vegan recipes, weightlifting, and dogs. They know I love dogs. I love dogs. I'm definitely one of those people. Like, I love dogs. And Instagram knows that. But my point is, like, whenever I do get on social, that's all I see. That's all I see. I'm constantly Googling, like, different things. What muscle group does this work? How can I target this? Like, I've become obsessed with learning about this stuff. So that's why I'm good at it, because I make sure to learn. I make sure to check my form. Sometimes y'all will see me in my videos, I'm turning my head. It's because I'm looking at the mirror to make sure that my form is correct. So these are things that I'm talking about. Becoming obsessed with whatever it is that you're working towards so that you can accomplish what it is that you want to do. And don't get distracted. You cannot get distracted. I didn't know you were 6'3". LOL, just watched one of your videos. Yes, I am 6'3". I'm super tall. I am very tall. And it's so funny because when I put like my before and after pictures of like when I was my heaviest to where I'm at now, a lot of people comment and they're like, you don't look like you were ever 340 pounds. I don't see it. It's because I'm tall. Like, when people are tall, our weight gets distributed differently than if I was 5 feet, right? I'm still gonna be heavier today than someone who's 5 feet, right? Because I'm tall. So I constantly have to remind you guys, like, I am very tall. So yes, I really did weigh 340 pounds. And I was a very, very, very big girl. Like, there is no denying. But I would have looked even bigger if I was like 5 feet, right? I would look way bigger. So I have to remind you guys, I am very tall. Now I have put on some weight because I'm bulking right now. So I am no longer, my lowest weight was I got down to 230. So I'm no longer 230. I don't know what I am yet, you guys. I stopped getting on the scale. But when I'm ready to cut, and I'll be documenting all of that for you guys, when I'm ready to cut, I will be getting back on the scale and we gonna watch the pounds fall off, some of it. Because like I said, I did put on muscle. That was the goal. Also put on some fat, because you can't put on muscle without putting on some fat. But when I cut for you guys, I will be showing how much I weigh, how much I'm losing, all that stuff. But yes, I'm 221. I want to see some progress in April. Progress as far as what? Are you looking to gain weight or lose weight? Yeah, so becoming obsessed. And you know what's crazy, you guys? I used to, someone checked out my online store, period. I love it, I love it. I love those notifications. They make me so excited. I love it. Lots of great information on there, you guys. Make sure y'all go to my website. I got lots of stuff on there. Lots of stuff for anyone try to lose weight, eat right, exercise. It's all on the website. Link in bio. Ooh. Link in bio. What was I about to say? Pushing ourselves. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. I lost my train of thought. Well, do y'all have any questions while I think about what I was about to say? I forgot what I was gonna say. I just seen the drop down and got excited. Yes, make sure you guys check out my bio, my link in my bio. I have so much stuff. I have my plant-based ebook is out, over 100 recipes. You guys know I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 1.5 years. And I just encourage you guys I would love for you guys to be vegan. I would love it. I would love it. Like, that would make my day. But I recognize that a lot of people are not going to do that. And that's okay. You can still live a healthy lifestyle without being vegan. But what I do encourage you guys to do is eat more plant-based meals. So if you're someone that's got to have your steak, you ain't gonna give up no ribeye, you don't give a fuck about what I'm talking about, that's fine. That's totally fine. But even if you can eat more plant-based meals when you're not eating your ribeye, there's still so many health benefits in that. Okay, so like I said, lots of different meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner that your entire family's gonna love. You don't have to just make something plant-based for you, but then you gotta make something else for spouse and kids. No, everybody's gonna love it. Everybody in the house is gonna love it. One meal, everyone's gonna love it, okay? So I do have that in there. I also have my weight loss and fitness journal bundle in there, which is gonna teach you guys about how to create a positive mindset. Sorry, that's the washer machine. How to create a positive mindset, how to build your self-esteem, build your confidence, because these are all things that hinder us from reaching our goals. Without having a strong mindset, you're not going to achieve nothing because you don't believe that you can, right? So a whole bunch, over 1,000 pages of different workbooks and things to read on building that positive mindset. I also have a meal plan guide. I have a 5-day vegan meal plan. I have a glute building exercise guide for the people who want to build their booty. That's free. I feel like I have other stuff. Oh, healthy eating tips. So basically stuff that I repeat on here, but in a like more of a form for you guys to read and go through, stuff like that. So check out the link in my bio. Lose and lean. Okay, okay. Oh, you're vegan. Wow, 3 years. What made you decide to do that? That's great. Was there something that happened that made you want to be vegan, or you wanted to do it anyway, so you just said, let's go? Facts and discipline wins. Yes, all the time. How long have you been training, and how much protein intake do you recommend, or is it dependent on activity level, current weight? Okay, so I've been in the gym now for 2 years. I started weightlifting when I first started losing weight, but I wasn't going as hard as I go now, but I would just say 2 years. And so the protein intake is dependent on how much you weigh. So there's a lot of different calculators online where you can plug in your weight, your height, your age, your activity level, all that stuff, and it'll calculate how much protein you should be consuming. Now, when I was very, very overweight, like I said, my highest weight was 340. If you're trying to lose a lot of weight, like how I lost a lot of weight, you do not need a shit ton of protein, okay? When you eat too much protein, my trainer taught me this, because see, I didn't know. He had to educate me. When you eat too much protein, you're gonna gain weight, right? Which is what I'm doing right now, because I'm trying to put on muscle, I'm trying to get stronger. So you're gonna put on weight. But when you're trying to lose large amounts of weight, you don't need all that, okay? So even though I was weightlifting at my heaviest weight, I was doing cardio and we were weightlifting for an hour, I would only get about between 40 to 60 grams of protein at 340 pounds. And that was fine. I was still getting stronger in the gym. And I was still losing weight, like the scale was going down, okay? So keep that in mind. There was a young woman on the live, I think that must have been like Thursday or Friday, and she said she was like 350 or something, so she was overweight, and she was eating like 100, I forgot what she said. She said she was eating like 160 grams of protein or something like that, and she couldn't figure out why she wasn't losing weight. Now, I'm no doctor by any means, but I was like, that sounds like you're eating way too much protein, way too much protein. But like I said, always go on Google, use one of those calculators. I recommend MyFitnessPal. I don't know if MyFitnessPal really will help you with the protein, but I know like just knowing how many calories to eat a day if you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, all that stuff. Definitely recommend MyFitnessPal for sure. Now, because I'm trying to put on muscle, I try to stay between 100, I try to minimum 100 grams of protein at this point, minimum 100. Some days I'll do like 130. It just depends on the day. I'm always in the sun at work, so I'm getting help from it. Okay. It's my Rastafarian culture. Oh, you're Jamaican? That means you're Jamaican, right? That's what's up. Good for you. Good for you. I love it. I love it. Yes, eating more plant-based meals, you guys, is so healthy for you. All the vitamins in the produce, the fiber, we've talked about that so many times, like just the benefits of eating more fiber in your diet. Because a lot of times we don't eat enough fiber. So, just by increasing how much vegetables you eat, how much fruit you eat, that's really going to help you there. You guys should be having more than one bowel movement a day. Yes, and trust at the end of the year, we're going to see a lot of progress. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I want to go to Jamaica. That's on my list. That's like one of the first countries I want to travel to. I have my passport. I just ain't go nowhere yet. That's like at least top 3. Jamaica is like top 3. I love it. I love it. But I am interested to see, like, I know like when I go to Jamaica, I'll be able to find places that are vegan. Like, I know that'll be easy. But I do wonder, like, in certain countries, like, will it be more challenging to find plant-based meals than in others? So, but yeah. Y'all got any questions for me? We got a lot of good information tonight, I feel like we had a good conversation. Just staying on track, you guys. Don't fall off. It's so much harder to get back on. Just stay focused. That's where the growth comes in, y'all. For real. Like, if y'all really want to see progress, the progress comes when it's hard, not when it's easy. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. I had so much fun with you guys. I'm about to go to bed because I'm going to be hitting the gym early in the morning like I always do. Tomorrow is chest, shoulders, and triceps. So I do plan on hitting bench press tomorrow, knocking that out. How often do you go live? I came on late. Every day, Monday through Friday. Weekends, I only go live on TikTok, and that's when I'm in the gym. So that's going to be like really early. Like if you're up, by all means, come hang out with me. But I don't be expecting y'all to be up that early. Because I be on there like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like facts. And staying active every day. Yes, staying active every day. Everyone's body is different. Always listen to your body. Like if you feel like you just cannot, then don't. Like I don't ever want you to hurt yourself. But I recently started working out every single day. I was taking a rest day, but I feel good. My muscles recover quick. I've been doing this for 2 years now. So I'm always gonna listen to my body. If a day comes and I'm just like, yo, I am too sore, then I'm not gonna do it. And I don't work the same muscle groups every day, you guys. See, that's where I think, because I posted a reel the other day and people on Instagram were like, you shouldn't be working out every day, da, da, da. But I didn't mention, like, I don't work the same muscle groups every day. Like, so we did glutes this morning, right? I'm not gonna hit glutes again until 6 days from now, okay? I train chest and shoulders, back, and biceps twice a week. And abs twice a week, but quads, that's once a week. So, I'm not doing the same thing every day. So my muscles have time, and I don't go heavy every single time. So like yesterday we did back and biceps. I didn't go as heavy as I normally go. I took it a little lighter, So it's all about listening to your body. So like I said, I train back and biceps twice a week. So yesterday, it was on the lighter side. Still did the movements, but it was on the lighter side. I definitely could have added more weight to stuff, but I didn't. I just kept it lighter and, pushed myself through that. So the next time I hit back, which will be Wednesday, if I'm feeling good, if everything feels good and I don't feel like anything's hurting or off, then I'm going to go heavy. So it's all about just listening to your body, learning your body, making sure you stretch, making sure you recover, eat right as much as possible. Like, if you eat well, you're going to allow your muscles your muscles are going to recover better. If you get enough sleep, your muscles are going to recover better. So all these things come into place, right? So just keep all of that in mind. At the end of the day, listen to your body. Okay? What I do may not be what your body can do yet, you know? So just keep all of that in mind. Everyone's fitness level is different. Everyone has different things that they deal with. Like I have bad knees, so I don't do back squats every single quad day, right? I don't do, so certain things, you know, I kind of listen to my body and like, okay, I'm feeling this, or no, not really, you know? So everyone has their own stuff going on, right? Aw, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank y'all so much for the support. Yeah, back pain sometimes. See, that's what I'm talking about. So, you know, what I may be able to do may not work for you, and vice versa. Like if I have bad or worse knees than you, you might can do stuff where I'm like, no, I'm not doing that today. You know what I mean? So it's all about your body. Okay. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I really enjoyed y'all. YouTube, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. TikTok, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to cook. So probably be like 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to make a vegan pot pie. I got all the ingredients today, so I'm really excited. So we're going to cook on live. So I will see you guys tomorrow. TikTok, I will still be on live early in the morning tomorrow to work out. So if y'all are up, hang out with me. If not, I'll catch y'all tomorrow night when we make this vegan pot pie. Bye, you guys. Bye.